Good evening, everyone. Let's just check. Good old microphones working. Welcome. We continue the journey to make random silly maps because that's what I do. Just checking everything's working, which it is, I do believe, which is all good. It seems to be popping up with the right text. So let's pop up with some good old Dewberry here. Just refresh that there. And what are we going to get? Well, we've got, in fact, I was going to do something very quickly before I even go in here. It's been bugging me. I'm going to change, I don't know if I can change it before. I'm going to change the name of the POI that we're messing with. Because I started making an office. King Cola, hello, welcome, good evening to you, sir. I'm going to change the office to, what we're going to change it to? We're going to change it to storage. Storage. So if I just do that, I might need to reset the game, but we'll try it anyway. There we go. Let's go in. And we'll see. We'll see. Editing tools. It might load it up at this point. I'm not sure. We shall see. But hey ho to you, King Cola. What's happening, 77? You're right. How's your evening? How's your evening? What are you up to? What are you up to? What have you been up to today? Anything fun on this fine Sunday? Chilled Sunday. Nothing's opened because maybe it's got a different name now. So if I go storage, it has quite correctly changed the name. And here we are. And this is the workbench. This is all what I've done so far today. Quite a bit more to do. I've kind of done this bit here. I haven't done the drawers yet. And then I started on this red section of boxes. I don't like the way that piece of wood goes through. That's a bit of a glitch they've done, I think. I started doing these. I'm going to sneeze. It's weird watching on my phone. Am I only teensy-tiny? Look at me. I'm only this big. I'm only that big by that big. That's all I am on your phone, which is about that small. So I'm sure you can survive. But look, I've made a little lamp thing. Bench is getting there. It's getting there. I think we might try and make some of these front drawers now. That might be a bit of fun. We've got all this. We should get wrecked in. Every time we come in, we should get wrecked in. In case anyone comes in and wonders what we're doing, we've got to get wrecked in his position, which is here. There he is in jail. Can't do much about it there. You're stuck, matey. Okay, so drawer-wise, yes, we've got this situation here where we've got this. I've coloured this in so I could see it, this bit here. We've got one drawer that is like literally in that piece of wood. It still is a drawer, allegedly, but it is literally that size here, from here to here and a half. So we're going to have to think about, but then all of this should, oh no, it's going to be here, isn't it? It's going to be here to here and a half, maybe. Yeah, it's going to be 2.5, I think. Level 50. Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. This is where we got. This is just me messing today here and there in between doing jobs around the house. Just thought I'd get the bulk work done because it's all the intricacy now. So basically the issue I've got is I've got to put something in here and it's going to be all the way across here. This has got to be thickened up. Maybe I want to go into this section as well. I'm not sure. I think it's got to be deeper than that. So I'm going to take those ones out as well. We're going to make a drawer in there. Oh, that looks like spam to me. That looks like spam to me. I'm going to copy the message and then I'm going to translate that. Work out what's going on with our little friend who's decided to come in and randomly talk to us in a different language, which is all good. We don't mind different languages here. Is it our Bulgarian friend from yesterday? I don't know. We're about to find out. Translate. Georgiu Kostadanov is a former boxer from Bulgaria. He has participated in the 1972 Summer Olympics and the 1997 Summer Olympics. That is the weirdest spam. And then a phone number of some description. I think we're going to take this Bulgarian visitor as spam. So I'm sorry, my little friend, but basically you are going to be banned for writing weird things. So you've been banned, and then they've been banned. That's easy. It's always good to have people from around the world. But this is over on YouTube. This is on YouTube. And then they posted, I think, some kind of weird number. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But we'll get rid of them, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I've got to ban them, actually. Oh, no, it has done it. Yeah, all good. They were my number one chatter of today. My only person on YouTube. And they've been banned straight away. Oh, well. So, these little drawers here, there are some details to them that I don't know if we're going to be able to get. And I love the way they've made this. They've actually put the drawer directly in front of... Let me just slow myself down here. There's some really bad, but when you really, when you look at the workbench, like I've been doing in detail today, this is a drawer still, but it's like literally cut into this overlap here, which I suppose you could have done. It's just so badly done. There's a few other little weird bits, like here, all these bits of wood here, around here. This piece of wood along here actually appears, oh sorry, this piece of wood along here actually glitches through into this section here. You just wouldn't build it like that at all. You would not build it like that, so I'm going to not bother with that. There's some dodgy things in there. But we need to get a drawer in there, and to get a drawer in here, yeah, I think it's going to have to be 2.5. I'm not sure. But is there any blocks that give us some kind of nice edging? I don't know. It's going to have to be half a block. Do we have half a block with like a little cutout bit like on those drawers? I don't think so. Ah, now they're over here. Thank you very much for... Oh, they've been auto-moderated. That was either by 50 or the auto-moderation. So they've managed to find me over here as well and say exactly the same thing. But this time they're called Ryan Bear, 2009. Well, bye-bye. Thank you for wasting our time for a little bit. It's not appreciated. It's going to be something to do with a half. But it's going to be a half with a... I don't think we've got these pieces. I don't think we do. It's going to be a half with some chunky bits removed from them. I don't think we're going to have anything that's interesting. We might just have to use... Do we have a half that has a trim? Like all these trims are on the large flat side, but do we have any that have a trim on the side of them? Let's have a look like this one here. We do. This is what I'm looking for. Good. So we do have something. Hello. Had a toe good as well. Let's try this. Let's try a basic version to start with. Where am I? I'm over here. Sorry. I got myself misorientated there. Yes. So I want... there's my issue. I want to be able to put that block down, but I want to have it filled above with a plate, and I don't think we're going to get that. Well, we're certainly not going to get that. Not one with a trim. Let's have a look. We'll have a look at plate. And I don't think there's any with a plate and a trim. No. Okay. So the only way to do it is to maybe make a plate corner and then add a trim to it, I think. That's what we're going to have to do. Let's go and have a look at the back of the drawer. Can we get inside the drawers? Is there anything? Have they gone wild? They have gone wild inside. They made a drawer. So it is simply just a box as such. And there is that piece of wood in the way. So it looks like it's actually a fake drawer. And then this is a real drawer. So this is just a fake drawer. Okay, so we might treat it like a fake drawer and fill it in for now, just so it's similarly bad to it all. If I take this, we need to have something on here. We're going to have to go for the full half block then. Okay. We are going for a standard half. Oh, actually, no, we could do this, couldn't we? Oh, it's the other way around. So actually, we want, I know what we want. We could do this with trims. We could actually do this. Except the trim, and I need to go in advance. The trim's only on that side. We want it on the inside as well. I don't think we have that. That's there. See, there's nothing on the other side, which is annoying, to say the least. It's fun to swing the hammer. Yes, you do that, 50. This might be the block. Right, let's go into advance. I think if I put that there, then it's flush, isn't it? It doesn't actually come out of the wood itself. So in that case, do I want, if it's a fake drawer, it only wants to be this thickness but larger. So it needs to be, yes, but it needs to be thicker than that. We want it protruding. So in that case, I'm just going to use a full block. I'm going to be using a full block. It's been hard to get my head around some of these bits and bobs, to be honest. It's really quite challenging. Let's have a look here. We don't want a wide trim. We could have a wide trim. Let's try a wide trim. Let's do this here. Oh, I know why I'm being stupid and thinking about different things. Because I don't want it to go to the top. I want that. Do I want that? I don't like that. But if I do it half, it only comes out as much as that. So it's going to have to be this thick. And then that looks too much for a drawer. What if we do a half and then we do a plate on top? Let's try and make it even easier. Let's go for a standard half, like so. Like from here to here. Right, fill that in. And then we're going to put a quarter on top of that. Is that a quarter there? Copy shape. No, it's not. We're going to get the quarter. We don't want a quarter because we've got to fill up the block. No, we do want a quarter. We want a quarter with a plate. Brain. We want a plate, but we want a quarter on it, I believe. We want that. Yeah, I think that is going to be our fake drawer. So let's paint this up just so we can kind of see it. It doesn't go to the top, but that looks like a decent sized drawer. If that's the drawer, I think that's a fair thickness, but it's not further than this. So the only other way of doing it to try and get some texture on the drawer is, well, we've already done this, have we not? Let's go to the kitchen. Let's go to the kitchen and have a look, because we did some work on these drawers, but they're a different style. Those were done. I'm thinking of putting plates on the front and making the edging again, but doing it slightly different. I don't know. Don't know if anyone's got any ideas for me. I'm running out of these ideas. Let's go back to the storage. So is there a way, if I was to do a little flat bit, all we can do is plates. So if we go to plate, if I was to get something like this and place that there. That's no good because that's a half. We need a half with something in front of it, which I don't think we have. Damn. Damn. There's just no halves with textures. You know, like this has got like a bit sticking out. I want a half with something on it. A half with this. A half. Oh. What if I was to do this? But that's an 8th one. It would work there. But then here I would need one with this pole bit, the sticky out bit in the middle, which I don't think we have. We've got all of these. We've got the corner. I don't think they make a half block with that line in the middle. That's a shame, isn't it? Hickety hiccups. No. Nope. No. No, they don't. That's a real shame. But I don't want to increase the size of the drawer. See my desk for ideas. Let's do that. Let's go to 50's desk. I'll save that. Whatever, just so we got our ideas down. Let's have a look. Here is massivedesk.com. Boom. You've done this like this. You've just done the edge bits. We could just do one edge. But what did you use here? You used the cube 5 meter round. Is there... The problem is the depth of what I've got's not full. But maybe if we were to do just the edges on one side, that might be enough, just to give it some texture. Okay. Okey dokey. Let's try this. Oops-a-daisy. So if round the edge, here and here and here, but we're not going to get one with that, are we? No, Brainiac. Just had an idea. Just had an idea. I always have ideas. I always fail, but let's try them. What if I place something around this edge here? Some kind of half block, triangular, curvy-worthy deal. A trim of some description. Might not be in this. It might be called trim. Trim. Oops. Trim. Oh, trim. Some kind of trim. Like, that's not in the right place. I'm really looking for something in the triangular deals. Bum, 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 bum. Would you place an actual workstation on the giant one? As though somebody made a tiny version. We certainly could. I've got a few on there already, but we can certainly do that. Oh no! Fail as well, because I would have to replace that block in order to do it. And I don't think there's a plate. I don't think there's a plate that has an edge to it or a little nodule to it. Oh, bottoms. There's this one. There's not one with a triangular corner. There's almost something. It is tricky to make some kind of decent edge there. Like, that's a crooked bit. There's a plate counter. But all that's going to do is introduce some kind of little line. I think we may be scuppered. I think that might be our draw. Yep. I think it's getting too complicated too quickly. So if that's our draw and it's 9, we do have a center point, which is nice. And that center point is going to have like a simple round button in the middle. Not quite this one, something a bit bigger. Something like that. But that's also not going to work because it's on a half. But that is doable. And it's going to be hassle because it's not going to be in the middle, but we're just going to have to do our best. I'm going to have to take a half with a roundy bit in it, wherever that might be. A half with a roundy bit, not with a square bit. There's definitely a half with a roundy bit. I think I just need to go pipe, or I need to go pillar. I believe I can fly. Boom. That might have to do, though. In fact, they want offset of those. I believe I can reach the sky. No. Okay, let's just see what it looks like. Oh, it's the last bit you'd rotate, or I've been past it and I'm just too tired to see it. There we go. I'm thinking of doing that, and then on the front of this, putting a large circle round, circly bit, like a pillar plate, like so. Now that gives it a bit of a high. Let's get some contrast in there. Do you know what I mean? Now it's not center top to bottom. If you're going to have a handle, you're going to have it higher because you're going to be standing here, and that would be fine. It's going to have to be fine. It's just going to have to be fine, people. It's going to have to be fine. Then below it is a slightly extended opened drawer. Now we might actually open a drawer in this one. So in this case, we're going to have a plate. We're just going to have a full block. We're just going to have a full block. Although we really want to... Yeah, it looks all right. It looks all right. It's just, you know, we kind of want a full block. But we want a plated block with a half inside. And again, I don't think we've got that. It almost needs to be like a whole box with half a plate in it. And that, again, is not one that no, not quite a whole box. We might just have to compromise. It's almost, no. I'm looking for the block, but I'm very sure it doesn't exist what I'm trying to get. It's basically a half block, but it's got a top and a side and a bottom. No, it's only got three sides and a half plate in it. We certainly don't have that. I might have to compromise and just go like this. But that means we can't quite see in there. Are we going to see in there? No, because that, in this case, the bit below is going to be hidden by that, so it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. So we'll replicate this drawer by doing this. Okay, that's another 3, so we're going to press L on that one. We'll paint that there. I don't know why they have not appeared. Let's mess that up. Okay, we're then going to take that on here. Yeah, okay. We're going to take this button, pull it out one. No, I don't want to do that, because that button is incorporated into that block, isn't it? So we need there isn't a, oh, that's even more annoying. There isn't half a circle with one of these pillar plates on top. We do need to make them all look the same. So it might have to just be that for now. And then we're just going to get half a pillar on there. Pillar. That is the wrong type. We want this one here. And that might, but then that one ends up being in the middle and this one isn't. This is tough. They might just have to be offset. They might just have to be offset. Let's paint this something like anything else, really. Phew. Can't be that one anyway, because that one ruins that, but that doesn't make a difference. In fact, that's a nice way of doing it, though, isn't it? If you can force that. I don't know if I can force that here. I don't think I will be able to force the orientation there. But that actually looks better with those horizontal lines along there. But the only way to do that would be to see if there was a trim block that did actually rotate stuff. And I don't think there's a half trim that does. There's 2 of them, split 4-sided and split. Like if I put this trim block down and then I paint it, I don't think it doesn't do them in different orientations. That is a shame. That is a real shame. Because also, no, it's not a shame. Hang on. That's 2.5 high and that's 3 high. This needs to be 2.5 high. So it needs to be this. This needs to be half a block. All right, so this is where we kind of compromise. Do I leave enough of a gap? Do I take this here? Do I take that? And in essence, compromise by moving this out 1. Oops, amazing. Bringing this down 2. Putting that in there. Bringing this back 1. Deleting that. And having a situation where I bet you if I get a normal quarter and I place a normal quarter down and I paint it vertically. Or maybe that's the compromise. We have this part here on here. And then we paint that like whatever other colour we use. What colour would this be? This is just going to be some kind of mucky brown. Is it going to be like a cabinet old side? Because if I could paint that a cabinet mucky brown, it could be like, and I make the drawers inside there. If the drawer's only 2 blocks big, Jim, then it just doesn't look very good. It's a tricky one. Oops. I'm only doing them these colours for now. But if I could do, like I'm doing it this colour and actually it's a waste of time. It's not going to be that colour anyway, is it? It's going to be still the same mucky brown. Do we use this or do we use some kind of peachy, a dough peach colour? Would that be better for all of this? It's going to, oh my God, that looks awful. I think we're going to have to decide on the colours because the patterns are going to come out from the types of colours we use. So what the heck are we going to paint this? That's more like it, isn't it? This carpet. But then look at the state of that. No, I don't want you to. Are you going to have to paint that the same colour? I'm going to have to put a little nipple on you, matey. You're going to have to get a little nipply nip nip. You're going to have to get a little nipply nip nip or I'm not going to be able to paint you a different colour. Like so. You know, by the time I've built the inside of the drawers and stuff, go back to brown, you reckon? I don't know. This has got the texture and it's got the muckiness that this has got. If I do that brown, this cabinet side, oops, daisy, it's going to look like that. Which one do you think? Carpet or brown? Carpet or brown, people? That's what I want to know. What do you think? Not that one. Okay. What brown do you mean? This cabinet old side? I could trim it with the brown, give it some depth. That looks so regular. You like that one? I don't know. I kind of like that carpet. Metal tread plate. Could that be? I know it's metally. It's just not light enough. The real bean beef says brown. So everyone's voting for cabinet old side on this one. I just don't like the repeated pattern. Where's my carpet gone again? That looks awful. I just don't know. I just feel like that's more that. That and that look similar. Rough looking, slightly pink colour. Could we do something like this? Where we... No. Where we... Oh man, are you going to do this to me totally? I'm not going to get a block in there, am I? Could I put a trim on those? No, I can't put an inner trim on it. It's only wood floor textures. I don't know. Let's have a look. like wood oak would look like this. I'm almost tempted to completely do the drawers in a different colour, just so they stand out, because it's just not good enough. So could we do something like, go back to the brown that all you freaky weirdos like, but then we take said carpet that I think actually looks better, and we do some kind of drawers with them like that, or vice versa. Leaving this lip on here just so we're going to match it up with the lip. I'm going to allow myself some creativeness there. How long have I been making prefabs? Of 7 Days to Die? For years. And then I stopped for quite a long time. Totally forgot everything. And then kind of this community built up and we started again. This is obviously a little bit different. I don't know if you want a quick tour, please say Real Bean if you want to see what we've built. But these are PvP maps we're making. These are not standardized things. This is 1 to 20 scale. So we're doing this for PvP purposes because we have a lovely jail here with the good old. Oh, he's not there yet. Should we put him in there for Real Bean? Let me. Oops. I have. Come on, down you go. Let me just stand here, get myself into position. This is where our friend is going to be placed. Oh, Trader Wrecked. Oh, Trader Wrecked is going to be, he's locked away. Just mouse my way through here. There he is, looking grumpy. He's going to be locked away because we don't like him. He's actually been locked away by Jen. But this is Jen's storeroom. This is where she stores Trader Wrecked and does her workbenchy things. And we're going to build something out of Farm 01. We're going to try and recreate this hardened chest. We made a little bed. We've kind of made this room. We could just make him a big square block. We haven't done that yet. We're going to make some pipes or something. We'll see what we can do. But that's what this is all about. I think we want to make a hardened chest just about here. I don't know. Or maybe at the side there. We'll have to see. But to start off with, I want this. What do you think? I see from afar, I don't like the look of that brown. I don't like that. I prefer my carpet. But I think my drawers need to be doing something different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to do this. Let's paint some of this up just so we can see it. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to take something. It could be this wood. Black Till Agent. You're all right, mate. I think let's go and have a look over here. See, again, the repetition appears, but I still think that is better. How are you, BCA? You're right. Level 50 says, nope, he doesn't like it at all. Or do you not like this, or do you not like the previous one? I don't like either of these now, really, to be fair. It's going to be a tough one. The problem is it's not worth making the drawers unless I know what colour we're going to use. Okay, in essence, that is like an Adobe peach. But I think that's going to look really naff. But is that going to look better from afar? I don't know. Or do we just go back to basics? And we just have wood. Do we not paint anything? is the answer in just having a wooden bench. Because once it's all full, you'll know what it is. It's got such a lack of shading. Yeah, I'm good. Just chilling, just a bit annoyed by the Workbench and its inability to make decent colours. Like, there's enough muck on here that this could be slightly darker. But I don't like any of those repeated patterns. If we don't colour this in with something else, it's just never, it's not going to stand out in any way whatsoever. It needs to be done. What about wood painted? No, that's just got those horrible lines on it. Although those lines kind of go with that. Okay, basic wood. Yeah, I think that might be the one. But what? How can we deviate from the basic wood? What about this weird carpet here? That is thoroughly mucky. Let's just go cabinet granite. Oh, wonderful. No. It's just too much of a contrast. I want something similar to the wood. Oh, give us more things, people. Just give us more. Oh, we could... I think that might have to be the best. I know that's totally different, but at least the drawers look like drawers. You know? It's not right. I know it's not right, but it might be the only way that we get something that has... Oh, that looks reasonable. I don't know. Let's up a bit of speed back. There we go. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to keep building though. Okay. So if that's this here, what are we going to be doing on the sides here? We're going to be getting a bit of a... Let's just paint this bit up. Why won't this paint? Is that really the same color as that? It is. It's just the light totally changes it. Yeah, this is going to need a lot of shading and stuff like this. Let's have a look at it at 7 a.m., which is probably when we're going to play the maps. It looks a bit better at 7 a.m. It looks a little bit better. The lighting's slightly better. Okay. All right. Let's have a look. And then underneath is something that if that's 2.5, that's 2.5. This is like 5 deep. But this particular one, I think I'm going to extend this out further. I think I'm going to extend this so we have a drawer that's been pulled out. Here we decided that this would do. Because, or will it do? Because when you're inside the drawer, you don't want to see that. When you're inside the drawer, what's the insides of the drawer look like? They're just made of basic thin planks as such. Okay. And that is a fake one. There's no drawer there. Oh, there's no drawer in there at all. So I just need to basically put the sides in there. Okay. So I need to put the sides in there. And then the sides in here. Okay. So what we're going to do then is we're just going to line this with plates. Then all of these, that's going to be fine. These are all fine now. Okay. So we're going to take this. Let's just make something. Stop messing about. Let's get some plates. Go from here to here, and then bring it over to here. somewhere about here. Would that be okay? I'm guessing. I don't know how far back they go. These drawers when closed. Where have you gone? They're up here. They go back 1, 2, 3, 4. They should have 3 gaps at the back. So 1, 2, 3. So that's going to go. Okay. That's fine. And then we're going to take plate on this side. And we're going to go from here to here and bring this. Come on. Now I can't see what I'm doing, but I think that's about the same. L. We're going to have that there. So this one has not got a drawer bottom, but it does have a drawer back. They've all got a drawer back. I want a plate. I want a plate. Not a pole plate. Not enough pole plate shapes. Well, I can't make the under corner. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, that's good. Bam. Bam, bam. This one actually doesn't have a bottom bit, so I just copy that. And then that's it, basically. Just copy this up and fill this in. Right, boom. So that's the first one. Save. Have you saved? I don't feel like it's saved world. There we go. Okay, so that's good. Then the next one is going to be the same drawer, but pushed out one. So therefore, I'm going to go in from here to here. I'm going to copy and paste that. And then I'm going to bring this down one. But I'm going to move this one this way, paste it in. And now we have a drawer like so with a little opening. Like so. Not that you can get in it, but you can see in it. Okay. But this will need the bottom section adding. And I don't think there's any plate to the trim for me to make the kind of edge bit. But we can add a trim, I reckon, around the edge. Let's go and have a look. And get a trim. A trimity trim. I reckon we could. I want a sheet one. Let's get a sheet. If I get this, although it won't go in there. Why won't it go in there? Because that's the corner. That's fine. No, it's not going to work. It's fine. We're just going to have to live without it. I don't think there's a plate with a trim, is there? Plate, trim. Not with a trim like I want anyway. Not with a thin trim. Plate. Nothing has a... There won't be any in the corners, so it's fine. It's fine. It's doable. So all we need to do now is we need to make the bottom section of this. So the bottom section is going to have an L there. It's going to have a corner here. It's going to have L's across there. And then it's going to have L's across there. So let us pick the old L. L for the win. Which is going to be in here. So in there to there, we're going to put L's. Where are you? Where are you? Well, we'll have you. We'll put you from here to here. No, from here to here. We'll put that in. And then we're going to get that one from here to here, shove that in. And then we're going to should be able to get next that one to that one and stick that in. Then we just need some corners and we fit in the bottom. So there's our little corner one. Which corner have we been blessed with to start with? This one here. Then turning to this one. Turning to that one. And then not turning to the other one. Okay, that one was before everything. Okay. Almost there, people. Almost there. Plate. From here. Oh, orientation messed up. There we go. From there to there, bam. Now we have the bottom of this drawer. Okay. Now there are ways of changing how this looks still, though, because when you look inside the actual drawers, you know, Easter egg / silly things that we like to get right, the bottom of the top drawer, okay, slow yourself down, slow yourself down. The bottom drawer is actually black, and this one is actually brown only because of that stupid bit of wood. But still, that gives us something to kind of go on. And the underneath might be black underneath there. It is actually black underneath there as well. Interesting. Let's do some of that, shall we? It's technically black. Let's try the pill case side, though. I think that might be the best bet. It's actually black underneath it. Have I just done the right bit? No, I've done the wrong bit. It's actually black underneath there. Oh, look at that. It messes with that edge. Can I paint that separately? Yes, I can. No, I can't. See? It paints those two bits there. Oh, problems you find. Copy shape. Go to shapes. What shape is it? I'm looking for the yellow box. Okay, be like that. Half. It's that one. What about corner 2? Corner 2, if I paint that, it paints the bottom one. If I paint that, it doesn't paint the bottom one. So, in essence, all of these corners need to be changed from that to that. And then I have the ability to paint the underside of this and the underside of that. Is that like this? Underside of that, underside of that. I never knew that was black. There we go. I'll have to do more on this side. Interesting. 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 Inspecting 7-day acids with a microscope. Exactly. That's what it's all about. Like, people might walk up here and then go, what the heck's going on here? Why did they paint that black? And they can get off their arse and have a look inside here and see the real deal. Like underneath here, it's like woody stuff. I've ended up putting that one, but I think it's actually meant to be that really bright white wood, bright wood, which is not the wood crown. No. I thought we had it, the pine. Oh, I thought there was a pine. I swear there used to be. I swear there used to be a pine. Concrete pink trunk. Beautiful. I swear there used to be an old pine, like a light wood. I thought there used to be. Well, it's just going to have to stick with the knackered one, the USB. But anyway, we're getting there. Let's save. Let's get rid of some old shadows. Okay, good. So we're there. We've got some kind of drawage going on, which is pretty good. And then we decided, just for fun, whilst I'm on slow mode, that we're going to have brown, black, black in the drawers. Where's my drawers? Okay, give myself some speed again. That doesn't look right either. What have I done here? I need to put some plates there. Why do I not have anything there? What's this block? Oh. Okay, we can't paste it up to there, so this needs to be standard ones. From here to here. Boom, boom. And then I need some L's. Some plate L's. L for the win. Excuse me. What have I just done? I just managed to break everything. Let's just do this bit first then. Stick that plate in there. That plate in there. And take a single plate. Don't do anything stupid now. Just into just those positions. There we go. That looks a lot better. So if we take some brown and paint that, and then if we take some black and we paint that, then that technically is what it looks like. I think I might tone that down slightly with the pillowcase side. I'd have to make those armoured chests for you. Might pop in which armoured chests? The military chests. I already made those. Oh, you mean this one here, the hardened chests. Well, just boot up the damn game and hit join game, and you'll end up on here. You can come into the editor and just build it here if you want. It's up to you. Where's my bottle of pop? Not a lot going on left in this bit. You've got to tell me when the camera goes weird. Let me just fix the camera. Are we back on normal? We are. Stupid software. Okay, I'll leave it up there. Yeah, you're welcome to, like, if you just join me on Steam, you should just come straight in here. No, you might not. You won't. I can set it up so you can. What do you want to do, Jim? Tell me if you want to come into this and build with me. You can come into chat. I'll nip into chat, but I'm going to rename it live now. Save changes. You're welcome. Anyone's welcome to come into chat as long as you don't mind being live. And of course, you're over 18 years old. But tell me, because I'd have to run a game. So, Jim, yeah, I'm going to wait for chat, wait for the timer to come in. Maybe next time you're in the video. Okay. You do your own video, you do your own editing and whatnot, but like at some point, because I was going to try and make that tonight maybe as well. But first, let's see how long this takes. Right, next draw we decided was 5 high. The only thing with this draw is I'm going to make this draw stick out further than this one, so it becomes something to do. Or is it easier for the player rather than being on something that's 5 high? No, it's all right. We can have a big jar in there or something, and they can stand on top of that. So we're going to take this one here. We're going to take this entire draw from here all the way to, say, here. Right. We'll take that draw, And then we're going to take this down. I'm going to go 1, 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2. There's 2 above it. So we've got this. But if I extend that out, and then I go 1, 2, and I extend the drawer outwards, then the drawer is going to be something that we can look through. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take that from here to here. Boom. We're going to take that part of the drawer. We'll fix the front in a bit. We're going to take that part of the drawer. We're going to make that go down 2. And we're going to bring this up 2. So now we've got the drawer that looks like this. And then we're going to take that frontage. We're going to pull this frontage up. That frontage is not going to work. We're going to have to take that frontage here. And we're going to have to put that one up here. And then this, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to have to put up here. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. That's in the middle. Oh my God, stop hitting the buttons, you idiot. Right. And that doesn't have a nipple on it. So let's just copy and paste that nipple. It's so difficult to see. Miles out. Coming up and over. Right. So now we've got the old workbench, but it has a big sticky out drawer. And that's going to be some players will stick their head out there. Now maybe it doesn't need to be this sticky out. I think it can go one back.
Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot!
Who's that? Who dat? Great, good job, John. You're right, mate. I love that. I'm back, witches. How are you? It's the crew. It's the gone. It's the crewy gone. How are you, mate? You're right. Oh, the desk lamp looks cool. Yeah, desk lamp looks good. That was the main thing, trying to make this. We're going to work on the back bit in a bit. But, like, I think we've got some drawers here. Like, I'm not going to go like I did in the other one and make all the weird, crazy runners and stuff, because they're not even on there. The only thing there is, now we know the depth, is there is this here. There is just a thin block all the way across. So I'm hoping this is flat, which it is. And then I'm going to make something, I'm probably just going to do half a block. And the half a block is going to go halfway into these as well. Okay. So we're going to take half a block, and like so, a half a block, boom. And then we're just going to magic up this kind of deal. That's going to be interesting because we can't, what the hell's that block there? We'll have to work on that one in a bit. But let's try
the chat.
Chat. Do I not look busy? All right, we'll do. We just got to let me do this first. Boom. Reading the chat. Sitting in the hospital with my girlfriend. Oh, what's happening, dude? Is this, like, is somebody ill, or are you just weirdos that like to sit in hospitals with, like, is this a date or something? You know what I mean? No, is she right? Seriously. Are you guys all right? I jest, but maybe you just are into sitting to hospitals and watching people. I don't know. People are into some weird stuff. We're going to have to work out what we're going to do here. I don't know if this is going to be possible. Tell me things. Tell me why. Why are you in a hospital? Doesn't that cost lots of money where you live? It's got to be a bad idea. Well, no, it's not bad. It's a good idea if you're feeling rough. Why can't I... Okay, what is that block? Don't know if we're going to get a half with a plate there. Don't know if we're going to fill that in. And what's this one? That one is easily doable. Some sort of allergic reaction. Oh. Are we eating any weird foods? Or are we out and about somewhere? Or that's an odd one, isn't it? So this one's fixable. Good old allergic reactions. It's what you have to do. It's what you have to do. His not good, capital letters, at reading chat when he gets engrossed. Don't understand a word you're saying. No, you got to complete the tasks that you're setting yourself to do. You know what I mean? I can always pretend that I'm reading chat, so that's good. That's good. That looks weird as well. I need to go in. Is it in there? Oh, I actually need to shoot the block out. That helps. And get in there. Put that in. That's fine. So is there a... But this is the one block that I need making. This is a plate. Oh, no, that's a plate with a half. I believe that one exists. What I want is a plate, but with a quarter, full-length quarter sticking up. That doesn't exist. That's very annoying. A plate, a half-plate job. It's one of these. Which one I do not know. Get the right orientation. Come on. There we go. Doesn't even compliment. He doesn't even see my compliment on his workbench. I'm looking back. The workbench is looking amazing. Yeah, but there's a highlighted chat message. Now, for normal people, a highlighted chat message looks like something interesting and highlighted. But on my nighttime mode, it just looks like a big lump of weird warning text. So it kind of defeats the point. We've decided we're just going to go like full-on standard wood. But thank you for the compliment. Yes, it is looking quite nice. I'm quite happy with it currently. Look at that. That's looking okay. It's just a shame we don't have some kind of line to address the differences in each of those drawers. But there is no plate with a trim, so it's kind of annoying. The only way to do it would be to paint the drawers slightly differently. Do you know what I mean? And try something with colouring, but I don't think that's possible. We've had to add this little lip onto here, but I'm not that fussed about it because I don't think there's a way. Let me save it. I still feel like there should be a way. There'd be a way to do that by putting a half block. That would be a half block. And that would be a half thingy. And if that block was there, then I could put a half plate up there. And then that block. Here I would need a plate with a sticky out half block. And I think that's the block that's stopping me do it. I would need a plate, a full-size plate with a half-size plate sticking out at 90 degrees. I don't think that exists. Your weekend starts now. Oh, 4 days of work, eh? Can't imagine it anymore. I've already come completely out of work mode after 1 week off. Yeah, I don't think there's a full plate. I don't think there's a full plate with a half plate bit sticking out. It's basically this plate here, but I want this only to be half. If I had that plate, I could fix everything. I really don't think it exists. Annoyance level. Unless I came round the back. It doesn't exist. Do you see what I mean? It would be nice to do this properly. But there's one other way of doing it. What if I was to go, okay, let's make this up. Let's try a half, a quarter. Let's get a quarter. Let's put those there. Then let's get a plate. Let's get a half plate. And put that here. And then could I botch it by putting a half plate here? The problem is what I want to do is I want to put that there, but I don't have anything for here. What if I botched it with a sheet? Oops, daisy. What if I botched it with a sheet? I can't, because I can't physically put anything in there. What is in there? No. What is in there? Yeah, it's a plate, you see, with this bit. It just can't be done. No weekend for you. Still working. See, that's just the annoying bit, that block there. Okay, so what about in front of it? Is that a block? That isn't a block, because it doesn't matter which side I'm at. If I'm doing this block or this block, it would have to be a full block with a quarter sheet coming out. He's obliged to come in here. He needs to come in here. Get in the chat. If you're not coming in, actually, I'm going to jump out of that chat and go into live gaming. So I can't get a rando come in. Yeah. Do I leave it as it is? Do I leave it as it is? But do I, for consistency, bring this top section style and put it onto this drawer? Like, do I take that and bring that there? Just so we have a consistent set of drawers. I'm kind of tempted because it gives it some kind of depth. You like the bottom one. See, the problem is with the delay. Do you like it as it was, or do you like it updated with the lip? See, well, yes. Come on. I like it when you changed it. As it is now, or 2 minutes ago if you delayed on the script. Do you like it full, or do you like it with a lip? full or lit? That's what I want to know. Now. Now. When's now for you? I'm hoping that's now. You like it as it is? Well, you like it like this. You like it like this. Lip. He likes lip. Okay, see, there you go. Lip's doable. I can understand lip. You give me lip, son. You give me lip. Right. So that it just cuts that, you see. So when you're down here, you just get to see something in there. Okay, I like that. This bit, is this actually full or is this... That is actually a full piece of wood, I believe. That's a full piece of wood. Okay, so we've done that. I've done that part here. I've done all the intricacies. I haven't done this weird handle thing here. We're going to have to think about this giant handle deals. And then we're on to the boxes at the top and then anything else. So when it comes to giant handle deal, I've left the room for it. But the giant handle deal comes out of the second bit down. It comes out of this. It goes pretty much all the way. It comes from that position there. And it looks like it's 2 blocks out here. This will take some editing, this one. This is going to be harder than you think. Because if that's what we've got, it's going to have to be a full block, followed by, we'll only have one room for a curve. So basically, let's get the full block in hand. And we're going to have to go here. If that's this one, we're getting rid of that one. And I do believe it's actually quite wide, isn't it? If that's worth 2, no, it's only worth 1. And then this one lines up with the back leg over here. This back leg here. So we're going to have this here. This here. But no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Because it comes out the bottom section. So we're going to have... What we're going to have... We're going to have a full-on... We're going to have a 3-way job, aren't we? We're going to have... all of those. We're going to have a corner point, I think. I think we're going to have that. And that's going to be this part of the handle sticking out, which is correct. We're going to have that. How deep is the handle? The handle's only half depth, which is fine. So we just need to curve this up and then have flat sheets all the way. Okay, so we're just going to take some cubes like so. And we're going to place these from here to here. No, we're not. To here. To here. Boom, boom. And then we just need something that does the half block with a curve. It'll be fine. We need a half block with a curve. Half block with a curvy bit. Oh, something's in my eye. Do we just go for a half 3 meter round corner, or do we go for a half corner round? I think we're just going to do that one. Like that. And I think that is going to be the best we're going to do to replicate that. Doesn't look too bad, actually. Be nice if that was thinner. I don't know if to make that half a block. What we actually need is we need this block to be a half 2/3. That's what we actually need. But I don't think 2/3, there isn't a 2/3. We want something slightly smaller than a half, but not a quarter. If you know what I mean. It might look better with a quarter. But it's a shame there isn't something that's slightly thicker than a quarter. I don't think anything is. There's only the 3. Yeah. There's not a third, is there? There's no thirds. There's no 0.3, 0.4. Let's just see. So we've got to vote now. Do we stick with this, or do we like the look of this one better? We like the look of that better. I think I like the look of that better. Even though it's not perfect, it's just basically we need something that's halfway in between the two, and we're not going to get it. That's quite simple. It needs to be 0.75. And there is no 0.75. There's no 3/4. There's 3/4, but there's no 3/4 that's in width rather than. No, hang on. Yeah, we need that, but chopped in half. But yeah, the fat one definitely looks better. Well, that's all we're going to do. That's all she wrote, as we say. So, if that's okay, we've kind of done the whole bottom of it. The actual main deal is done now. Now I don't like the look of those brown drawers. Oh, so tough. Just going to have to live with it. We just do not have the colours for it. It's just so annoying. Oh, look at that. These are like a mucky dark wood. And look, even that. Look at that. These two bits are mucky dark wood. And that bit isn't. That's mucky dark wood. That's so weird. That's so weird. You know that mucky dark wood? Mucky dark wood. Mucky dark wood. Oh, but it's not. It's got the silly lines on it. I want mucky dark wood. That's what I want. Mucky dark wood. I've still got lines in it, but at least it's doable. We're missing something. We're missing this. We're missing a half block. A cube quarter. We're missing the whole of that. Are we missing it all around the side bit as well? We are. We're missing the whole length of this bit. Naughty. So we're missing from here to here. And do I actually have to... Do I have to fill in these corners as well? Let's go find out. Yeah, I need to fill in those corners, don't I? That corner is done on that side. It's not done here. Okay. Thankfully, I've got the block here. That's that one. Then we just need the little cubedy cube. We need an 8th.
Read the chat.
Read the chat. No. No cube. Half pole. It's literally 2/3 block. Half pole. Half pole. I don't have a flat one. It's only got stupid bits in it. Pole. I'm confused. What's a half pole? Pole plate half. That's only just a pole plate. We don't have pole plates. Saying something with a half in it is not half. Cube, half, pole. Cube, half, pole. Yeah, but there's no just pure flat one. There's no pure flat one. It's all like... But even if I take that, it's still half. It's still half. It fills up the other half. It's still this bit's half. I need this length to be, I need it to be half width. Yet I need this to be only 3/4 in length, which we don't have. Flip it on its side. Okay. Oh, I see what you mean, like that. Yeah, but then it's going to be, this doesn't have a little handle on it. This doesn't have a lippy bit coming down. Oh, I know what you mean. You're basically saying, like, take this. But again, I'm using half a block here. So I still can't do it. Because it would be all right if I had it in that position there. But it won't work because of the position of these blocks. It has to be the bottom half. So that's all we're getting. That's all we're getting, I'm afraid. That would have been a good bodge, but not what we want. Yeah, we also have here. Yeah, that's correct. This looks weird, but this is actually how it is cut out. So I'm going to go from over here down to here. I'm going to copy, paste, flip that whole thing around and drag that all the way to there. And then shoot something. That's what I do. And then I'm going to take that, bung it in there and paste it, and then shoot again, as I always do. But now we have this bit all done. Nice and gorgeous. Okay. Nice and gorgeous. Okay, so we've done the whole bottom of this. This bit's okay. I can't remember what it was on the stupid bench. Those two and... Oops, what am I looking at? Those two and that one. Yep, just for pure stupidity's sake. Now it's the same as the workbench. I don't know. That's what they did. Save. So we've got drawers, we've got all that bit, we've got all this section. So now we've just got to finish off working on this. So at the moment I'm making the red section here. And if I was to get a bit of contrast in here, we'll get the lovely red and we'll paint it on the back here. Like so. We've kind of got the sections in here. I didn't do this bit yet. So all we've got to do is extend this out. We've got all the parts to it, haven't we? Yeah, that looks all right. Hopefully this is flat on the top, which it is. So we've just got to somehow bring all this out, which is just going to be incredibly boring to do. So let's, I can't copy and paste this because it's got the backing plates on it. So I'm just going to have to basically take some plates and I'm going to have to work out where they go. Why can't I place in this area here? Is this... What? What's going on here? Oh, because it's also incorporating the bit at the bottom. Okay. So not that one. That one's got to go. That one's got to go. Okay, and it's on this side. So it's that one and that one. That one and that one. Once we've made this once, then we can That's going to be an L. That's going to be an L. That's going to be an L. And that one's going to be another one of those. Okay. Yeah, once we've made it this second run, we can just copy and paste this all the way across. So let's get ourselves an L, which must be one of these. Yep. Like so. We'll get this plate back in here. Okay. Then, I'm guessing that one isn't an L. I'm guessing that one is the full and cumbersome debris. So that's why we need to change to an L. And put one... No. Put one there, one there, one there. Not in this one. This one is the other way around. That one goes there. That one goes there. Plate, 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 plate. These actually need fully fixing. These haven't been done yet. Okay. So this needs to be that one and that one. And these need to be a 1, 2, 3. I think. Can I get a 1, 2, 3? Give me a 1, 2, 3. Okay. That one is going to be... It's going to be that way round. Does that look correct? I believe so. And that one's got to go in there. Okay. Let's paint that up and just check it out. Yeah, I think that's all right. Okay. Whew! Mind fudge. This one is going to be an L. Like so. Then I think we've done almost everything. What am I doing there? That's the one below. That's that one. What is this all about? Yeah, that's going to be right. Oh, dear. It's just a brain fudge, I swear. Is that the wrong way around, that one? No. Come on, insert, insert. Be my friend, be my friend, be my friend. Click, click, click. Right, and then I think that's okay. Except I haven't done these two. I think I deleted those. What's this one going to be? That's one block. Is it that block or this block? Oh, for God's sake, just highlight one block and let... Okay, it's this side. But it's not that one. It's this one. Okey dokey. Just hates me. And the same will go for that one there. Is that correct? No, that's a pain. And it copied the wrong one. Oh, do it manually then. Just be my friend. In the hole. In the hole. In the hole. Woohoo! At last. Now let me break the whole thing by copying and pasting it really badly. Yay! Plop. Paste. plop, paste. Do we have it? Let's paint it red. Don't think we've missed anything. Right, there we go. The red box bit has been created. I'm not going to put this as a glitch bit of wood through it. I'm not going to start messing with that. I'm not going to start messing with that. Can't be bothered. Okay. So what's going to go round it? I don't know if I'm going to get that diagonal bit of wood in there. But basically, there is 3 bits of wood. There are some planks going around it. And they're just going to be some plates. And that's going to be a bit to the side. Oops, where have you gone? Where have you gone? I could just look at the one right next to where I am. But there's a bit of a gap here, you see. There's a bit of a gap here. So we need to get plates. Oh, there's even a funky hook on there. There's hooks on here as well. Oh, I never noticed all these weird little hooks. Okay. But in the end, can we? Let's start off by trying to get 3 bits of wood to go on top of here. So we're going to basically get a plate to start with. And I guess we're going to go from here to here to here to here. And we're going to do that. Now, if I do one here to here, do I do 2 halves to try and give it a gap in between them all? It's tough. Or that's actually thinner. Look at that. It's a bigger box. It's a bigger box. Okay. So could I botch it by doing 1.5, then half a gap, then doing 1.5, half a gap, and then 1. And that will give it some gapage. We'll try that to start with. It might look a bit naff, but hey ho. We'll see. Let's get half a plate. We go all the way on here. Then we go from here to here. Now, is that gonna? Does look like it's only 3 rather than 4 planks. Or I could do 1/2 a gap, 1 half a gap, 1 half a gap. Hang on. 1/2 a gap, 1 half a gap, 1 half a gap, 1 half a gap, 1. Does that look better? Do. Let's try it. Let's take this lot. God, blimey. Undo. Screw you, game. So if I did 1, then half a gap. Then I did 1, which is going to have to be made of 2 halves. So 1, half a gap. 1, nope. Half a gap. Because that will need to be made of that. And then do 1. And the next one would be half a gap out. That comes out a full. This would come out 2 full. But we'd end up with 4 different things. But, could this actually be half a gap out as well? That might be better. Okey dokey. So 1 half a gap, 1 half a gap, yeah. Let's try that. I must be boring you to death right now because I'm coming up with some weird ideas. Do 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 do. Okay. 1 half a gap, 1 half a gap, and then we put 1 here. And then it won't stick out as much. We get 4 of them, and we've got a gap behind here. I don't know how that would work when it comes to if I do that, and then I do this, and I press paste. No. But if I extend that, does it repeat it? No, it doesn't. That would be cool. Just going to be a pain today, aren't you? You're going to be a pain. It's just not going to be my thing today. Right, extend, copy, paste. I need to look at what I'm doing more. Paste. So I think something like that. I'm going to save that. I think it's better than what the other one's going to look like. Okay. And then when we got that up to the level of this, well, basically above this by 2, roughly 2, 1.5, something like that, we're going to have this on top. So we'll see if that goes anywhere near what we need. Boom, boom. Bring this up here. We want that to be roughly, is it as high? No, it's less as high. So that I need to think needs to come down 1 more. Now we've got the top section here. So it needs to be about that high. 5. Yeah, it is roughly. Okay, so we've got that. La-di-da-da-da. There's only 3 damn strips. I thought there was 4. I'm such a noob. I think 4 still looks better. We'll try it. We'll try it. Oh, I don't know now. Stress. Do, 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 do. Let me pour myself a drink. I need thinking time. I need thinking time. We could do the 3. My God, would anyone notice? No one's here to notice. Whatever I want. Right. But instead of having that going to the edge of this and having this one a full one out, I think I need to do 3, but have it shoved to the side. This is my new plan. Right? 12th time lucky. I think I'm going to go half, but I'm going to go half out here. Then I think I'm going to go the other half here. Then I think I'm going to go full plate. No, hang on. That. Then I think I'm going to go copy that, copy that, copy this, copy that. Instead of being 3 out, it's only 2 out. I think that would be the right idea. Then that goes 2 out. Yeah, man, get some sleep. Have a good one, mate. Have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one. What time is it? Yeah, 11:30. I need to get some decent sleep. Kids are going to be here well early in the morning. But it would be nice to try and get this done. But if not, no matter. We got to try. We got to try. We got to try. Boom, boom. So maybe that's the way to do it. Got the half at the back, the one at the front. The question is can we... I'm going to save that. I think I prefer that. Question is, though, can we do these vertical slats? And this red bit's meant to be on something that I didn't make on purpose because it's going to be too difficult to do. I can fill in these edge bits. Could have gone on the inside, actually. And then we can paste on the outside, can't we? That would be better. Yeah. there to there, there to there, there to there. I like that. It's getting somewhere. Oopsie daisy. It's getting somewhere. Okay, kind of looking like a box. Yeah, almost there. Almost there, Jim. Now on this side, we can't butt up in the same way, but we should be able to fill those bits in. And we've also got the issue of this here. That block, that is a block we don't have either. That block we don't have. And that's the block I really want to make. A flat plate with that coming out the top. It's the plate that would make all the difference. It's this one, but the bit sticking up. It's so annoying not having this blooming piece. Keep getting to positions where it just ruins the build. Worst case scenario that I don't really fancy doing. Because I can't do that either, can I? Because I can't get a... It doesn't even matter if I try to fake it. I need to have a plate coming off here. That plate, I could fix that. But then this plate, I still wouldn't be able to do it. Oh, this is tricky. Maybe you could put that shape back and then just paint the walls some colour. Yeah, I know. I might have to just botch that corner. You know, it's nice to have the texture. Let's firstly take that, put this back. But yes, I almost need to mess with that. The problem is I really need to block this off. It might be something that I have to mess with here. Let's just try this to start with. Let's put this here, because the issue is, it's even worse case, is I actually do need a physical block to protrude as this one here. This needs to be a physical block. But then you get down to this scenario, and we've got this block here. Now this block's doable. This block exists. This block is... No, it's not. That's the same problem block that I've got. So it might have to be, dare I say, a full conversion. A full conversion of what this is. It might actually be easier to decide to do something different at the back, like have this thinner or put a plate on the other side. That may actually be a better scenario. Sometimes you've got to go wild. Like, if we actually put those blocks in there, what's on the back of it? Because on the back of it as well, it is fully sheeted Oh no, it's not fully sheeted. It's only got 3 sheets on the horizontal, and then it's empty. But and then there's this block. So there's only 3 sheets along here. Okay, well if we do those first, those 3 sheets are going to be here. So in order to do these 3 sheets and them to be 1.5, I'm going to have to find, again, a block that doesn't exist. Can I not? I can't go up against these. Damn. All right, so we might have to. What's going on here? Oh, we might have to improvise fully here. It's if we don't have it on this corner, but we have it. No, we're going to have it on this corner. So if I turn this one into a we're on plate. I want the plate with the humpy bit on it. That one here. Nope, I don't want that one. I want the one that's in the middle, which does exist. This is a good plate to have. So that goes along there. That would mean that we can do this one. No matter where you start in this game, it's always completely the opposite end of the spectrum, the one that you want. And then if I wanted to do it so I had it, because we don't have enough room here. If I wanted half a block here, I would need half a block and half a block at an angle. And that doesn't exist. So I'm kind of tempted to compromise here and do something along the lines of this one, along with this one. So we only have 2 blocks on there. Okay, so compromise by only having 2 on the back. So let's just do that anyway. I need a standard plate now. That's actually got to be a central plate. That's doable as well. Plate centered. Like so, from here to here. And from here to here. So that gives us that idea at the back. I don't mind that it's different to this because it kind of is weird. And then I think what we need to do is we could change this, because this is the area of difficulty. Now it could be a matter of taking that out. And if we went back to these else, that would put an L in there and an L in there. All we'd need if we did this is there an L with a little plate bit on it? I think there might be an L with a side covering. Like that. That might be half a block. Okay. This is ruined. Because we can't come out this high. Let's have a look at the back of the thing again. Basically, there's an L shape. So I'm making this shorter. And I've got to make that back plate. So, but what I don't have is I don't have one for this one, do I? Because that's the one where I need a plate. No, hang on. I need a plate. This one could be possible. I need the half plate. I need this one. Is this one? Oh yeah, isn't this the one where I want to pick number 2? Where's it gone? There. I want to pick number 2 on this one. And that does that. Maybe I do need number 1. Or do I need one with a trim? Ooh. Got a really weird trim. It's got another trim. Yeah. Let's go back to that one because it's got this one because it's got the 2 halves. So I can paint that separate to that. Good. And then I think we're achieving something. We just can't basically have anything longer here. We're just shortening this. We're shortening this. We're compromising. It's basically this without this bit. Is this still scupperous? Delete. Nope, that's fine. So this way we have something similar. I know it doesn't stick out as far, but it's just going to have the deal. It's all about this block here. It's all about that block there. That block's got a plate. But hang on. Because now that block, I think I might have fixed it. Because that block now could have this one in it. I'm getting rotation fatigue. Yes. Boom. And all of a sudden, we've got this bit here. Wow, it's going to have to just do. We've got our 2 planks up here. And then fingers crossed, we've got what we need here and here. So we just need to go and copy that one. Copy that and rotation. Go from here to here. I think we go from here to here. That might scupper us, but what the hell? That's not the block I'm looking for. We just need a standard L now. I think we're going to get the best compromise there is, mate. I think that's what we're going to get. The best compromise we can. So we're going to go from here to here. Now, this part here, in the real one, actually finishes a bit early. So that's why I didn't do any more until there. That's good. We're going to finish this bit off. We're going to go from here to here. which is nice. And that's good that it finishes early because it allows players to kind of walk down the side bit here, walk through here, little mousy style. We get to see a little bit of this red stuff here, which is nice. We've got a little gap down there you can't walk through, so that's all worked out well. I'm kind of feeling this might need to be a bit taller. That backboard needs to be one higher. And then we've got this main board here and the roofy bit. Yeah, sometimes you've just got to deconstruct and get yourself out of a bit of a kerfuddle. So we're going to go from over here to over here. And all the way over to here. Now this messes this bit up slightly. Because these two panels, I think that's just the compromise has to be this bit here. Because if we compromise with this, because we're unable to put an edge on here, save that. We're unable to get something that's long and with half a corner. So basically, if we stick with that, that's the compromise. But the compromise is hiding around the back here. So that's the least. The front of it looks better. The front of it looks better. So now what we need to do is we quite simply need to extend this. We need to take this to here. We'll get rid of the red box in a minute. Do I want to take all that up there? No, I don't. Okay, I'll do it a bit more manually than this. We haven't quite done the sides yet. We're going to bring this up here. I think it needs to be about that height. There. Bam. Save that. Get rid of the debris. Then all this has to do is just go up and over. And jobs are good. Now we haven't done all of these sides yet. And we haven't fixed all the little bits. These could... Yeah, okay. Let's take a copy of that rotation. We want to go from here to here. We're going to press L. We're going to go from here all the way up to here. Move this across. And we're going to press L. We're then going to get the half block, the half plate, put it in the right position. Go from here to here and press L. Do that to there, press L. Okay, that's good. But then we can fill this up all the way to the top. Go from the top to here. And go from here to the top. Getting rid of these little bits here. Then we take this one, put this one to the top. Just having to go above so the marker will actually hit it. And from here to here. Don't do that, you plonk. Plonk, plonk, plonk. We got that. Now, there is possibility we could just ignore it, or we could try and get this. I believe the window trim might do that. The window trim might do the job here. Nope, the window trim. Oh, yes, it almost does it. Not quite. There's going to be some kind of trim anyway. But I don't think there's a half trim. There's a trim off center. There's a half trim 0.6. Oh, that goes out and over. Door trim 0.5. See, that door trim is absolutely perfect. That door trim is exactly right. So what's that door trim called? A 0.5 door trim. So is there a 0.5 door trim that's normal? There's a door trim 1 meter. Okay, so in theory, this one goes with that, yeah? Same picture. Yeah, so what was the other door trim I had? Some weird ass thing, I don't know. Oh, I put window trim, didn't I? I meant door trim. That's why. Okay, that's good. And then, hang on, am I doing this all wrong? I'm doing this all wrong. I'm doing this all wrong. I'm doing it all wrong. All wrong. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Because these things are actually coming down from the top. I was causing myself loads of problems when I didn't necessarily need to. Well, that goes there. And it's whatever that one is. Oh my god, that's impossible to see there. I need to replicate. That isn't actually correct, is it? Still got a bit of work to do here. I believe. I believe I can fly. No. Copy shape and rotation. Chuck that in there. Okay. So I'm happy with that. That one might need exactly the same. No, it's not that one, because that one's got the little weird edgy bit on it. I just need the flat job. I need this one, but without the trim. Wait. I need that one there. No, I don't. I need the full plate with the full thingy cube plate corner. Right, so that fills that in. That one's technically still wrong. It's not that I need. What is it that I need here? Oh, this is doing my nutting now. I need my... That needs a plate. Is that a full... That's just a standard corner. And that's just a standard half then, isn't it? It is. No, because that's got to be a... It's got to be one of these. So it's got the top bit. Okay, that's good. Pick up. So now, if... Is that a standard block? I hope that and that is just going to slip into there, no problems. Okay. Does it look normal? Does it look normal? Except I've still got this error here. Ah! I've just rebuilt the same error. And then when I shoot them, the error disappears. And this error... What? Is this the editor playing tricks on me? not that block there. I feel like the editor's playing tricks on me. Let's put a block in there with an edge on it, with that thick edge on it. And then when I place it in there, I can't see the thick edge. It's giving me... Oh, it is. And then here I need... The problem is with this, you don't know if the editor's starting to do stupid things. Or it could just be user error, as per usual. Now that block should solve the problem. I don't see any lines. I don't see any issues there. I don't see any issues in here. I don't see any issues in here. And I don't see any issues here. I don't see any at all. God damn that corner. God damn this corner. Okay. Well, I'm glad I noticed it. So, we've got a little bit more to do around here. And a little bit more to fix here, because I've just buggered this up. All right. So, let's do this now. Copy that. Okay. Why is that not going to paste on top of there? Okay, let's try it here. Copy paste, because we put that across. So these need to be up ones. Okay. Okay, game. Be like that. Okay, and then we need the same in a half. But I need not that side. That says, is that going to actually go the other side? It is. UE. Now we're going to go from here to here. And we're just going to have random double blocks everywhere. That's fine. But it's going to ruin that one, because on this side that needs to be a corner. All these top ones are going to be naff as well. Do you know what? I'm going to start blocking things manually. All right. Let's grab that one. Let's grab one of these. No, it doesn't have to be that one. So why did you make me do that? That should just be a normal plate. Oh, it's definitely playing tricks on me. because it wouldn't place the block before. Right, so now we've got that scenario. So it's this bit we want to put the bit on the back. And this one, it's only that area that's bordered. So in that case, it's actually one. Ours is only 4 high. And we're meant to have strips. I think that's got to be more than 4 high. It's only going to be one less than this. Where's the blockage here? 1, 2. How high is this? That's going to be 10, 11, 12. That's going to be 13 blocks high off the base. And the base is at the yellow marker. So that's actually going to be 13 blocks high, which is going to be the base of this picture. So if that's there, this is only meant to be 1 off that. So this whole thing needs to come up by 1. Totally doable. That needs to come up by 1, which is fine. This now gives us 1, 2, 3, 5. So I can go 1 strip, 1 gap, 1 strip, 1 gap, 1 strip. But I could go 1 strip, 1 strip, and something with 2 other Harvey bits. That's what we're going to try and do. Save the game and scream loudly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. Why can't I paste upon here? Oh, don't tell me we're half a bloody block out. We didn't have this problem before. What did we do there? Okay, we've got some fixing to do there. The whole of that red is available. So it must have been on the inside. It was on the inside. Oh, it was a centered block. Okay. So my question is if we want it centered, we want to have one of them up here. How can I? Okay. Yeah. So we'll sort the edges out. But I'm thinking that, then leave one, then have one. God damn it, just do it by hand. Zip. And then down here, we want the last one. But the last one's having problems because it requires specialized blocks here. Okay, so that's fine. Let's do that because that one exists as well here. Okay, so we're going to go from here to here. And we're going to paste that in. So now we've got our 3 at the back. My question was, is there something that interjects with 2 side plates on the outer sides? Like these filler doubles. Are there plates with one either side? There's these kind of plates, these doubles. But I don't think there's a flat plate with anything like that. So if I go double, plate diagonal filler, Is that the right size? But it's got to be centered, of course. There's no centered fillers, is there? There's no centered fillers. Double centered door trim. Door. There. I'm just thinking by doing that, we just thicken it up slightly. Now that might work, but it might not work here because we're not going to have an angle with two door trims, are we? It might just be too ambitious. We actually have this one, but we don't have a half plate door trim job. Yeah, we're going to get scuppered. It's fine. It's fine. It's not needed. I was just aesthetically thinking the fences might have something weird, but again, we can't then do this junctiony area here that we want. So let's see if we can fix these corners up. That one would need to have a certain type. That one would. That one would. It's actually all about if this piece exists. No, that one's fine on this side because these ones are different. It's a different orientation. It's actually this piece here. It's do we have the L-shaped three-sider? So if I go plate, L-shaped three-sider, a single plate with this, is it this one here? Oh, god damn, it's got to be in the middle as well. We're scuppered again. It's not going to happen. Just add a half plate along one edge on each slat. A half. I don't quite get that. Oh, hang on. If that's in there, they have these ones inset. So we've got this one inset. I want this one inset, like offset. Oh, camera's going weird again. Camera's gone normal again. Because we've got this half offset. We just don't have this corner to wall half offset. That's one we need offset and it'd be fine. We had half a plate along one edge on each slat. The problem is each end, like this side's fine. This side's fixable. This side is because it's out by one, which we want. It fudges this up. We really want to get people onto these areas here. The only other way of doing it, a naughty way of doing a compromise, is imagine what we've got here. Imagine we were to put a ladder here, right? And we put a ladder. I'll get a ladder in there. Because what I was thinking is, could we do something where it kind of looks broken? If we don't have the piece, we could put some broken parts here to kind of emphasize that it's a way in around the back. So if I was to go into here and then go all the way down to the destroyed plate section and get some kind of weird piece of plate that's a bit... You see what I mean? like so, then it kind of emphasizes that that bit's been broken. Okay, it's too big. If I could find a small thing that's broken, like sidewalk, slope plate, sideways. No, it's just offset. They offset these really oddly. I want a small one. I tried that one. What's this one like? Unfortunately, that looks good, but it's the wrong way round. Where's the piece here? That is the block, is it? Yeah. Let's just go destroyed. Get a better view of things. We just have a bent bit like that. And then we could always have like a little... No, because that's centralized bit. Okay, that's fine. See what I mean? I'm just trying to botch it. So it becomes part of POI. Let's fix these back up. It's not the right piece. Why is that not the right piece? I'm so confused why that's not the right piece. So that's centralized and that's centralized. Why is that? Why are they not adding up? What? Is there a different version of this block? That's offset. That should still be in the middle. It's not going to be, is it? I thought we already had this working. Is it this one that needs to be the way? Is this one offset or is this 1.5? What if I twist that round the other way? Does that then fit in? No. That one's truly centered rather than offset. Oh dear. I thought that would be doable. Although even that, look at that. That's one side. And then it's the other. So actually it's this block that's not right and that one is in the middle. Oh. That's so weird. Okay, live and learn. And that won't do it. Will it? No. It's always going to be on the outsides. So it has to be this one. And there's no way of aligning those up. First world issues, bloody hell. Blow me now. I'm starting this again. Thinking about it. I'm kind of almost tempted to fix this into to allow this block to come out half a block more. Because if I got rid of that and put this on the other side, then loads of problems would be solved. So instead of putting this plate on the inside, which I did to stop having any problems with the edges, but I can fix those, I'm going to put this up here now. Oh God, just do it by hand, it's too late. If I do that, we'll deal with the rest of it later. If I do that, then I'm going to be in a situation where I'm going to have to put the door trim at the top, but that isn't actually a problem. Okay. You'd never expect this one to be the tricky bit. Like so. This means all this has is just another plate straight up. This means that that's going to fix straight on here. That one's just going to use the standard corner edge job, which is this one here. No, because we still can't have the offset, can we? So what's over here fixing the problem? There isn't one either. But they're separate. Measure twice, cut once. Cut that, well, sandbox. Hang on. Boom to the boom, to the boom, to the boom. Boom. No, this one is fine. So the other one should be fine. The other one I just fixed into this mode, and I don't understand why. I'm just pasting it wrong, aren't I? I'm just looking at it incorrectly. Boom, boom. Boom. Yeah, because I just fixed it. That's going to go there. And then this one is just... It does have a panel there, doesn't it? That was the whole point of doing it, was to get that scenario. Okay. And then I just need my door trims, which I can take from here. Bring over here. Hopefully it's a reversed orientation. No, it's not. It's going down anyway. These are going to go here. Plonk, 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 plonk. So that does that. So now we're back to this scenario. And what now I should be able to do is just go for a standard. I'm hoping it's safe. Okay, so that one, that's just because that is a Dubry. That is a whole block up. So now, if we go for a standard plate, or a standard half plate centered, centered and off centered. Oh, am I slightly clicking on the wrong one? Look, this. Ah. Oh, hang on. That's not a plate. That is a pole plate. I want a plate. See, look at that. There's a pole plate centered. There's a pole plate. Look at that diagram. For God's sake, man. Change. This has been the problem. I'm looking at going, that's. Look at that. Pole plate centered. Nice diagram. Pole plate off centered. Plate off centered. That's plate centered. This is enough to kill someone. This is dangerous. They can't do this. This is not good for your mental health. This is not acceptable. Now we've got a couple of things sticking down the side. These could probably do with a trim, I'm guessing. Although I might leave it in there for some kind of depth. Right, now we're in. Now we've got a top bit with this. Holy moly. Okay, that is worth mentally noting because that is an actual, that is physically, that icon is insanity in my opinion. Insanity. Insanity. Now we could take those door trims, those doubles, door trim 1 meter doubles, because now this would fit. Although they're not centered, that was the issue we had. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's a shame there's no centered ones, but well, they might be. Oh, there we go, double door centered. But now it is actually centered. Holy bloomin' moly, look at this. We can actually thicken these up a bit. You know what I mean? Just to kind of like chonkatize it slightly. Holy bloomin' moly. And in fact, their lines actually do look quite good. They give some kind of texture on there. Holy bloomin' moly. Woo! Okay. 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 So we currently have a workbench. We currently have this red bit. We have the light. All we need to do now is put a very thin board up here that goes a little bit higher than the main thing and goes not quite to the edge here. It leaves 2 blocks to the edge, but it actually, in theory, comes behind this, okay? But that's fine because it's on the top one. That's fine. So we want to go 2 blocks from the edge here. So doom, doom. We don't want it to start until this position. And then we need something. This might be just like, it actually looks quite thin, almost platish rather than pole plate. This is in theory going from here all the way to behind this. Now, we could have some issues around here again. I don't quite know what we're going to do there. Let's just at least start with the basics, right? And then this is going to come up and it's going to be a little bit higher. So we're going to go up a height, another block. What? Why? I hit the button. 2, 2. Right. Extend it 1. And then fill it. Right, be like that. So we've got the basics of a board. That board, in essence, has to go behind here. But that will now involve us knowing how to do this bit. The only things in the way is already I can see an error here. But we might be diving into that anyway now. Why? We did this. It looked all right. I checked it all. I'm so confused. That's just a single piece. These are just what the hell are these doing here? Okay. But in order to do this, we need a plate. We need this plate here. This plate's going to go here, but in theory, it shouldn't have that part here. But this might have to be the compromise. Do you know what I mean? That is annoying. The only other way of doing it is to put this thing. It already doesn't have anything behind it. So I'm going to load up without saving changes. Don't quite know what I lost there or gained there. Yeah, the shooting of this bit, that's good. I think what I might do is I might take this out, because that is directly on there. And then why don't we just use behind here and then go from this position up here. But what we're going to do is get a lovely plate. We're going to rotate it around this way. And we're going to take it from 1, 2 here. We'll actually make this go all the way to the bottom. It's actually attached to something. We're going to make it go to here. It's just behind that. And now we've got a little gap and everything. What colour is this? Like a weird brown. I think we might have it. There's only that one little error behind, which we're going to go and check. See if it's still there. This one here. That's fine. So I think all it is just a half plate's missing. Please be this easy. Yep. Definitely. Holy moly. We might end up having to put broken bits in anyway. So there we have it. Got to get food. And then off to... Yeah, all right, you go to bed, mate. All right, see you later. Well, it looks like we've done it anyway. Looks like we've done it. We've got some rogue paint jobs to get rid of. We've got some workbenches. The only thing is we need a green sheet on here, which is going to go from the middle of that red box to a good few blocks across here. So from the middle of here and right up to it, pretty much 1 block away. So from here all the way to somewhere like only a block away from the front, but about this far away. That whole thing there needs to be a plate of some description. Right, boom. And then the corners could be rounded. Now we've got no plates with weird trims, do we? We'll start off with the basics. Okay. Off we go round. Why do we have a protruding part there? Oh, because the red sits inside, that's fine. So, why is that? Oh, because we didn't put any boards on the ground on purpose. It's kind of annoying. We can't do anything about that. Unless I'm just causing myself loads of work here. Press the wrong button. Press the button. Press the button. Press that button. Press that button. Press that button. Do that, and then press that button. Okay. I'm thinking of filling this up with plates. Like so. So if we paint those different, they'll kind of blend in. That'll be better. Okay. Save. Save. All right, there is a giant workbench. Question is anything like this possible? We could write working stiffs on it. Could we get any lines on there? I don't think there's any plates that have any trim. Unless we use catwalk plates. Well, there's the plate facade. What do we fancy? We only got one direction. Try vertical. anything be painted individually here? No, it cannot. It still gives us some lines. No, it looks a bit like some kind of mat. It's not what we want, but what we've got. It will have to be our ode to the mat. That's what it's going to have to be. The ode to our mat. We cannot make any white lines in there, I do not think. Unless any of these weird ones can. Plate deco. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Why are these all funkily offset when I've just painted, when I've clearly pasted everything in one go? So confused. Why has that one decided to paste it correctly? The others did not. No idea. But we have something that has some kind of white lines on it. Is it too much? Compared to what this was? Is there a different facade? That one's got plate wall decor. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's facing down anyway. Plate facade 2. That one's on the up. Plate facade 1 cat. They're still underneath. Oh, it should be like the diagram. Okay. Plate facade tile 1. So why won't these paint separately? That's so weird. So they made the ends. They made all of that same face. Such a bad move. What about lattice? Too many squares. You're right, Bunny. Sorry, my brain's frazzling. Lattice? Is there some kind of lattice? I don't think there's any lattice as such. Trying to think of the right. Basically, what about fencing? And I paint underneath. No. You've got pointy bits on them. So what's the lattice that you're talking about? What's it called? We've got the slat wall. Oh, could we not use bars? If I put bars in here, and I painted all the bars white, right? And then I painted the underneath green, like literally the floor green, which I'm not going to be able to do without doing that, but okay, let's do this. I think this might work. There's trellis things. Okay, we'll have a look at those as well. Let me just try this for a second. I'm going to paint this center part green. But whilst I'm here, I'm just going to do this bit here. Because these methods we're trying out involve using the floor as the main deal. But if I put these fences in here, like so, and paint these white, and do everything in white, then it kind of looks like a better grid than it did before. Okay, those, yeah, the trellis, not the lattice, the trellis. Although, what is it called? I know what you mean. The ones that we climb up. These ones here, the fence posts. It's not going to be the pickets aren't going to be any good. Industrial fence post bottom. Or industrial fence post top. Does that have pointy bits on it? It doesn't. What if we were to go industrial to industrial, put that in, and then take them and paint those white. All right, save that for a sec. Open it again so we see it. I think that looks even better. I could be a right pain to myself. And if I went green, if I paint the sides of these, they don't paint different. Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. The trellis things. Trellis these. It's called the trellis square. But it's an actual brick shape, isn't it? Rather than it being... Okay. So if I get some... because we also have diamonds. Just in case we want to do something a bit weird. And then they'll be more gritty, wouldn't they? Okay, you could have hit the nail on the head here. It's just they weren't a wood shape. They're an actual block. Do, 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 do. Yes. Yes. Looks more like graphing paper. Oh, it's busy though, isn't it? But you're right. It looks like more's happening. Just thinking we could do something a bit funky. you know, like with the angles. Right. Just to break up the monotony a bit. You could paint the center green. The center green, is that paintable separate? I thought if I put this onto single paintbrush mode, no, it does the whole damn thing. You can't individually do like the sides or anything like that. It's all just one object. But I still think it's the best that we can get. It's a bit intense this way. But the other way of doing it would be to like maybe knock out some and fill them in with a plate. Or maybe that's what we're doing wrong. Okay, let me save that. Maybe we're just thinking about it incorrectly. This is good. This is going to be the fallback. This idea doesn't work. Because if we do it by painting the bottom, what if we went back to the door trim itself, and then we literally drew our own? So we went down to here, and we filled that in, and then I went across here and filled that in, and went across here and filled that in. If I painted those white, then it's not as much. And in fact, if I didn't make them as white, if I did something that complemented the green, as in it put a bit of green in it, like that, we actually could do. You see what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, that's as you were saying. Sorry, we had the same thought at the same time. Oops, Daisy. I seem to have accidentally made a lot of the damn thing green. You know, I don't know. I don't know if we could get some lines the other way. There's no door trim cross, which is a shame. If there was a cross, we could then fix them up. There are some of this potentially. Let's just try one roughly here. No, there is. There's this. We have a center line here, like so. We have, in fact, let's just do this. And move more to copy and paste. Let me take that, place it here, put that there, put that there, put that there. We now have some lines. Hang on a sec. That is 5, 3, and that's 4. Okay, whatever. Not that. But what do you think? At least we're kind of getting somewhere. We could put an extra line here. And maybe one here. I don't know if it's going to be any good. We're just going to try something. This is copy shape M. You are a pain, 7 days. Like so. Paint that up. Pull that across. We'll just copy and paste this for now. Boom. Then if we take that, like so, and we just put it across here, put it across here, and then put it across there. Yeah. Hasn't messed with that edge bit. And all of a sudden we've got something that is more akin to that. Now the question is even if we do that, and we still get the phrase, if we kill that, and that, and that, and that, we could maybe get working stiff written on it. Although what might be better is if I do that. Oops, Daisy. Come on, be my friend. That to there. Rotate that. The reason being is it then gives us the double at the top, which means that I can then write working stiffs here. It might look a little bit better. Okay. Right, how about that? Why don't we get working stiffs on there? As long as we've got one of them saying working stiff on it. Working stiff. Right. Let's get ourselves a little letter here. Letter. So we're going to go working. ING space STI. perfectly fits like that. Brilliant day. Working stiff. Boom. What do we have? We've got a workbench. Oh my God. We've done it. Right. We need a couple of hooks here and there, and then I'll have to do the paint job. Finish the paint job tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to have to take a day off streaming at some point, get some sleep. What time is it now? Right, last couple of little bits. Right about here somewhere. Where is it? There's a little hook. There's some weird little hooks here. Let me slow myself down. There's a weird piece of metal here. There's a hook here. I don't know if I'm going to really bother with them. We'll see. I thought there's another weird little hook somewhere. There's all of these gubbins. There's hooks galore on here. Oh, here you go. There's a hook on there. The question is can I make easy hooks? I don't think I'll be able to make easy hooks onto here. Let's have a look. Back up to speed, please. That is not flat onto there. I'm not going to be able to make a hook. That is flat on there now. So we will be able to make a hook on that. And then down here, wherever there was a random hook, like here or something, we can go against there. Okay. So quite simply, where was the random hook? Oh, here at the front. Oh, I don't think we'll be able to put one here. No. Okay. But we can put some hooks up here. There's hooks and there's weird loops and there's circular bits. We'll start off with the hooks. Can we get a pipe and then a hook pipe on it? Bit of metal, please. So we need a U shape of some description. Some kind of pillar. Okay, so let's go pillar. I don't think there is a U shape. I don't know. Pillar or a pipe. Unless I was to do thin corner down, thin corner pipe corner. It might have to be this big. Oh! They're not against the wall, are they? Oh, they are. But they're not when they're like that. Nor are they. No hooks, me believes. No easy hooks. There's got to be something in here that's hook-like. Surely there's an object. Like a coat hanger or an upside-down brass faucet. Some weird pipe. We could just cover it in. Oh, God. I keep thinking I'm in the menu. Or something. Oh. This is why I need 50. Maybe I'll ask him tomorrow. 50 or Jim would come up with something a bit weird. All this lot. Like if we had a conduit. I think it's just too small though. Can you do the top with the curve down and a straight bit and another curve bit up? So it kind of does a weird... I could do. I'm just trying to get the scale of these things. Do you know what I mean? They're not exactly super big. I can't be using something that's 1 block wide. They're only a small pipe. But yeah, I know what you mean. So something that goes like down like that, then down one, then across, and then fixes that lot. So then I would take like a standard pillar, pipe thin like that. Oops. Do something like that. Still feel like they might be too big. I don't know, actually. They might have to do. Just a shame they don't have the curves that go with the pillars, because the pillars are offset, you see. What's the difference between a corner up and a corner down? If that goes from the middle of that to the middle of that. What's the difference between that and this one? What's the actual difference between those two? Is it how it paints? No. These are just identical, aren't they? No, it's not bad. I think I'm going to leave it there because it's going to be something possibly to use. I just still think it's the kind of one where you look into here, and if I go pipe, there's like, see these black pipes here? This is what I'm thinking. I don't know. Well, there's actually some grey pipes somewhere. Might be better. Let's put these down here. Grey pipe and a grey pipe curvy. Right. It could be that we do the grey pipe. It's not in the right place though, is it? So again, we have that issue. Yeah, it's not the same. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. They do also have these metal pipes. How big are these? Oh my god. Drag. Spend the whole day. And these are just no different. These are just like the metal pipes. The candy cane. Yeah, exactly. That's what we need. Candy cane. What's that? Oh god. I have spent the whole day just changing shape rather than moving anything. So this is why I keep clicking. Yeah. Okay. Well, there might be something, there might be not. We've got all the pipe shapes there. I think you probably designed there the best version of what we're going to make. The only other way that we could do it would be to... No, we couldn't. No, we just couldn't. So we're kind of there, basically. In the end, we don't have to have anything. But, you know, when it comes to the size of these things, these hooks, It's not too bad, the size, actually. They're not too bad. They're not too bad. They kind of look like the actual things. They're grey. They're all grey. We'll take a nice metal torch and we'll sort them out. Like so. So I think they might have to do. They might have to do. It'd be interesting if you could get up here. If somehow you can get up to the top and then you could have a jump on here, jump onto one of these, and if there's two more down here, you get onto another level. Do you know what I mean? But basically, I think we have, in conclusion, I like that now. I think we've made the workbench. I think I can now shoot that workbench, shoot these blocks here, shoot that workbench, and I think we're pretty much there. So this governs down here. Boink, boink, boink. Yeah. Got that red. It's almost like that. We almost wish this had a bit of a different red. We do have two reds, but this metal red is like atrocious. Unless I make this metal red and keep that one deep red. I might have to do that. Just to make them different. Although I quite like the other red. The deeper red. Oopsie. Yeah. Save. Get rid of the shadows. Nice. There we go. We've got a workbench. I like that. Bit of messing about, and then obviously like jumping around and how to do everything. I think what we need to do is if we've got here, this has come out. Now this might have come out further, one block further, but that doesn't stop the base area still being 20 by 20, although it's now 19 because the bars are on this side, which is fine. But I bet you with a bit of TLC, we could possibly build this bad boy to fit in there. And in fact, looking at it, it is potentially slightly smaller. It'd be nice for somebody to walk around it though. I would just like to make one of those and put it somewhere. It might have to be in this zone here, because this might be worth moving. Because that is only 18, isn't it? So if I took that, delete it. Oh, why are my buttons not working tonight? Right, last move of the night. Bam. Copy. Delete. Paste. Shift. No, I didn't want to do that. Try it one more time. Copy. Delete. Paste. That's better. Let's drag this bad boy over here. because then what we can do is we could, because that's only 18, you see, we've got a gap around there. We've still got a gap here underneath here. And then still got a gap behind here. And we could build, how's that look? We'll do it this way because it's got better look. We could build some kind of stuff on top. No, B. That is a good use of space because this got too small. And that'll have a pallet on top. And then right over here, this is where we're going to place our funky chests. Boom. Just so Rect can stare at it. I like it. I like it. Okay. Saving. Escaping. Again, another night of me absolutely super desperate for the loot. I'm just going to pop straight off. What's it say on here? Rebroadcast of the town hall. If you didn't see that and you want to try and earn your purple pimp hat, then Monday the 28th of July, which is now at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So basically that is in just under 14 hours from now. 3, 2, yeah. 14 hours from now, if you want to see it, if you're in Europe and you want to see it rebroadcast, then if you didn't get up, then that is now available. I'm gonna leave Discord and then check whatever that is. All good. But anyway, thank you very much. Thanks for that, Bunny. We've that was a good little God, if this decides to do, that's a good little hook. I think that's the best we're going to get out of that. And we had some good ideas for this, but I think this is the best one. In the end, that looks like we've attempted to like make a generic copy of it. So I like that a lot. That's a good move. We've got to make something here. Above it can be some shelves. We've got to do some broken bricks and stuff around here. Lots to do in this room. But when this is connected to Jen's POI, and this is a battleground between the two, it's going to be absolutely amazing to play. So absolutely worth it. Even that lock actually looks good from a distance. I was worried about that. So that's really good. Loads to do. But save. Exit. It's all happening. I'm going to say goodnight. Thanks for everyone who's been here tonight. Have fun. Goodbye.